Dunkin on Donnie, the podcast with Zen Zero and Ty.
Bye.
All right, hello and welcome to the show. This is Zen Zero.
Ty Style.
This is Dunkin on Donnie, episode 8.
Episode numero ocho.
Jesus Christ. Ocho.
Ocho. Ocho. I got too many languages in my brain, bro.
Yeah.
English, Swedish, German.
Yeah. That's the languages I speak to, actually.
All right. Today in particular, I have something I want to talk about. I want to talk about the most blatantly corrupt act done by a president of the United States, probably ever.
Which one of all the billion ones that he's made?
It's good that you say billion. The $1.7 billion
Oh, God.
that they decided to create this, what's it called, this Anti-Weaponization Fund. I see
Yeah,
it.
that's not even the worst, but yeah, go for it.
That's what I see as the worst thing that Trump has done.
He's made over $4 billion in total.
But that's one thing if you're going to keep the money for yourself. Now he's trying to give it out to random people. He's trying to pay the January 6th motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know.
Mike Flynn got $1 million already.
What?
You know who Mike Flynn is, right?
I do know who Mike Flynn is.
Mike
but
Flynn
I didn't
got
know
convicted
he actually
of-
started paying people.
Yeah. Mike Flynn got $1 million. What's his name? Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon's looking for money. You know what Steve Bannon got convicted for?
Was it? No, I know he got convicted of a bunch of shit. But
They had a charity. I think it was called Build the Wall or something like that.
Yeah.
They took donations, millions of dollars in donations from people to build Trump's wall that Mexico was supposed to pay for. And then this motherfucker and his people kept all the money, and none of the money went to building the wall.
Surprised? Trump has
I'm not
done
surprised.
That.
I didn't support that. I know these motherfuckers are
has
liars.
done that. Trump and his family and charities and donations have done that multiple times.
He is legally not allowed to have charities in New York State ever again.
He is the most corrupt president in U.S. history.
Yeah. So for all of y'all that don't know, I think last week or the week before, the Trump administration, together with the Department of Justice, who right now the head of the Department of Justice is Trump's old personal lawyer. Mm-hmm. So he's basically doing whatever Trump wants him to do, which technically the Department of Justice, of course, the president is supposed to choose who's the head of the Department of Justice, but the Department of Justice is actually supposed to be independent of the president or any other system. But either way, they came to an agreement with Trump to create a fund called the Anti-Weaponization Fund, which is supposed to pay back people who feel like they were harmed by Biden or the former administration's weaponization of the Department of Justice.
So stupid.
So all the people that attacked police officers, that broke into the Capitol of the United States of America, that fomented an insurrection, that tried an insurrection to stop the legal handover of power, not only did they all get pardoned, completely, their records completely expunged, and a bunch of them have committed crimes since then, including, I think one guy has been convicted of 3 different counts of child molestation.
There's more than one guy.
A few of them have been convicted of child molestation. One guy has been convicted of murder. Another guy's been shot by the police. He got shot by the police like the day he got out of fucking prison or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, because the people who committed that act were 100% not good people. They are insurrectionists. It's unequivocally true. The fact that, and so the thing is with what Trump has done is Trump has asked himself to give himself a bunch of money that he can then hand out to whoever he chooses. And not only that, he put in an addendum that, because he's done this through the IRS, just that's to understand where the money is getting taken from.
Well, any money that you get from the government will be taken from the IRS.
Is it?
Yeah, but this IRS thing I think is a little bit different. What happened with the IRS is that he made a deal with the IRS. He was supposed to pay back $100 million, but that's been dropped. That's specifically with the IRS. This fund is the Department of Justice, but of course it's coming from IRS funds because it's from taxes.
Yeah, it's coming from the IRS funds, and the thing that he put in is he is now put in an addendum that the IRS isn't allowed to audit him in the future, which means that he can funnel this money to wherever he wants and nobody can then trace it or put him at fault for doing anything with this money. So it is beyond blatant corruption. He doesn't care anymore. He's already done so much dumb shit since he was elected, and this is the second term, that he feels invincible. People have tried to fucking charge him with, what's it called? When they're trying to kick him out.
They tried to impeach him. They tried to charge him with...
25th Amendment.
No, they have... 25th?
They talked about it now. But yeah, they've impeached him multiple times. He was supposed to go... So you understand the big part of why he needed to get elected a second term was that he was about to go to jail.
Yeah, according to Jack Smith was a special prosecutor. He said that they had enough evidence, especially for the...
convicted him on 30 cases of fraud.
No, besides that, we're talking about, that was for fraud.
Yeah, but he was going to go to jail for that.
There you go.
He was going to go to jail for that, and the only reason he didn't go to jail, I don't know if they convicted him of the insurrection, but the reason...
No, they didn't convict him, but the whole Jack Smith thing, that was about the insurrection. Okay. And he said, according to his testimony in front of Congress, that they had enough evidence to convict, according to him.
Yeah. Again, he's done so much dumb shit, but the point is he was supposed to go to jail, and being elected as president has now put a pause on that. There's so much weird shit going on right now. I don't know if you know or heard. Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend has come out talking about things that previously have been talked about by other people. I have seen it being talked about. I've looked into it, potential voter tampering or some things that Musk's Starlink had done with
But I mean, none of those, as far as we understand it, how would Starlink interfere with the elections? I mean, I also saw this video.
So, no, well, you saw the thing with the girlfriend. I looked into it. There's a bunch of technology that Starlink is connected to that, again, these are unverified because it hasn't been proven, but there is ways that the technology has been able to get connected to the voting machines and potentially could have done things that, again, hasn't been verified, but now that the ex-girlfriend is coming out and saying the things that people like me have been looking into before, it makes it...
It's another data point.
It's another data point that makes it very curious. And the fact of the matter is that Musk has come out and he said before, this is on video, or it's on tweets maybe, if Donald Trump would not have won the election without me, that's one thing he said.
That's speculative because he did give him like 200 million. No. What I mean is, it's not speculative that he said that. It's speculative
whether that was
statement. Exactly. Because, I mean, he did give him, $260 million for his campaign.
Yeah.
So he could mean that, too.
He could mean that, but...
Don't get me wrong. I am absolutely not defending Elon Musk. And 100%, I do not put it past him that he would try any dirty tactic, that he would actually cheat and try to rig the election. I don't put that past him. But what I would say is the evidence that I've seen that's out there, that I haven't seen a smoking gun. And... I think it's like in science, or Carl Sagan said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Yeah, no, for real. Evidence. But I'm just bringing forth the point of view that a lot of people have. For example, Peter Thiel said in interviews almost, I don't remember exactly how long, because it's years ago, he said that through his technology, he doesn't care about how outlandish his ideas are because it doesn't matter what people think. He has the technology to avoid people's opinions, and he said this, he was going to use this technology to put himself in a position of power, which is happening now, which is a reason why people are very cautious
There's
about...
many ways that could be interpreted besides election interference, though. Many ways.
Of course that can be interpreted in multiple ways. Yeah. I'm just telling you all of the things that have led me to be very suspicious of what's going on within the current government.
Yeah.
And So,
Don't get me wrong. We, like I keep saying over and over again, we are run, or we are led, let's say like that, we are being led by some of the worst human beings in history. Some of the most self-absorbed.
I wouldn't say history. In modern history, I'd say.
Modern times, yeah. Okay, yes. But the problem is this. Now they have so much more capability, these evil people. Like, for example, there was an evil king of England. Maybe not England, because they had a lot of reach. But let's say evil king of England. You know what I mean? He could only really affect, even if it's everyone within the British Empire, he could still really only affect directly the people in the British Empire, or the people that had like some real contact.
Yeah,
with
but that was one of my points, because there is a slaughter of the African people done by the British. They killed over 10 million people, and that's something that's just brushed over because people don't know that. Pol Pot and them killed, like, what is it, 60 million or some shit like that?
I don't know if it was that many. I'm not sure how many Pol Pot. That's what you got graphics for. Oh, by the way, yeah, but we missed the announcement. We got a new strategy.
Yeah.
Don't wave me off. Fuck you.
I didn't wave you off. I said announce.
Okay.
I didn't go, announce. I said announce. That was a presentation, motherfucker.
All right. Thank you for your intro, or your letting you know it's me. But anyhow, from now on, we're going to change the way our graphics are displayed. So if you notice, green graphic like this one, that means what we're saying is true. For example, if I was to say that Donald Trump is a 34-time convicted felon, which is obviously true, then this would come up and the graphic would come up in green to back that up. If I was to say, for example, it's been proven that Donald Trump is a great father and a fantastic husband who's never been divorced and all the rest of that stuff, you'd see this graphic in red, which says that this is 100% not true. If we were to say something where it's like, the information is not 100% varied, where some sources saying one thing and some sources saying another thing, then from now on that graphic will be orange. So we're gonna do like the traffic lights. Red is not true at all. Green is verified, and then orange or amber, if you want to call it that, will be 50-50. Could be true, could not be true. We need more info, or that should be inspiration for y'all to go ahead and look a little bit deeper into that.
But regardless, disclaimer, you can't take that as 100% truth. You also need to do your own due diligence and look into things, because we have made mistakes. Some things that have come up as read have not when you dig deeper into it. So we're doing our best to get the information out there and looked at. But again, you also have to make sure that you look into things yourself, because we are just two guys talking shit.
Two guys talking shit. But, trying not to add to the misinformation or the confusion. Trying to be a plus instead of a minus.
But that being said, mistakes are made. I myself, as you've noticed multiple times, I haven't verified all the things that I've read.
We should talk, I'm sure a lot of the things that you've thought are things that other people have thought about, or the things that other people have in their head. So it's good that you bring it up, right or wrong. You know what I mean? So other people can hear you say it, so then we can fact check it on the spot.
But I also, this is the thing, I information bias is a real thing. I have ideas in my head, and if I find information that correlates or verifies my ideas, I tend to look at them sometimes and maybe not dig further into it than I should have before talking about it. Exactly. And that is just human nature.
Yes. And as y'all see, I try to stay away from speaking too much about facts, and just mostly try to give my opinion on certain things. I try.
Yeah.
But anyhow, back to the show.
Back to the show.
Yep.
Yeah, no, again.
1.7 billion.
He is, yeah, but again, that's the one thing. And then there's the billion for the fucking ballroom that he's doing now.
That's canceled for now, though.
Is it?
I think it's Congress or whoever was supposed to give funding for that. They have not agreed to do that. I mean, I think inflation rate is this high.
But
gas prices are this high. Mm-hmm. And this tone deaf idiot is building $1 billion ballroom in front of the country.
It's even worse. He was asked about what he thought about the American people were suffering right now. And he said he literally doesn't give a shit about
No, when it comes to what his decisions in Iran.
In Iran, oh, yeah,
exactly.
okay. For
in
sure.
context of that.
In context of that. But his point was he doesn't care about the American people. All he cares about is that Iran doesn't get a nuke. And here's the fucking funny part of that. Iran was never going to get a nuke because the person who was in charge, the Ayatollah, was against having nukes. He had put out, is it a fatwa or something?
Yeah.
A fatwa against Iran getting nukes.
Even beyond that. You know who quit since we've done a show? Tulsi Gabbard.
So many, yeah, she's quit. But if you look at the list of people quitting, that list is fucking long and growing.
No, we're not talking about Congress. We're talking about directly from his cabinet.
I'm talking about his cabinet. A lot of people he has appointed who are in high positions have stepped down and are removed
Tulsi Gabbard
themselves.
in particular is relevant towards this Iran thing because she testified in front of Congress that Iran was not close to getting a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, but wasn't it the CIA director, one of them also, who's gone out, and he also said that there was no credible evidence that...
Yeah, that guy quit. This Joe, what's his name? But he was under Tulsi Gabbard.
Is under...
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard was the director
Intelligence.
of... DIH? No,
Department of Homeland Security?
No, she's... No.
We'll find out.
DHS and DHI, something like that. It's a different organization. But either way, she quit, saying that she needed to be with her husband, who does supposedly have a rare kind of cancer. But then again, she's going to stay until June. I mean, if your husband is sick with cancer, it's like, wouldn't you want to leave like as soon as possible? Why would you wait a month and a half?
I don't know. Again, the amount of people who were jumping ship off of the Donald Trump train is...
if you think about his first administration, how many people got fired? It was by far a record of how many people got fired.
He fired everyone because that's what he does.
Because he was fucking incompetent. And back then, at least you had people who were actual experts at what they were doing. You know, you had people who you had generals as his Secretary of Defense. You had people, for example, Fauci was his head of health. Now you have fucking RFK.
Yeah, but the thing right now is they purged everyone because they only want loyalists, and they can't have anybody going against him, which they already had before. So
and
now
this
this
is the flaw with evil. Within evil, I was watching this thing, and I've always thought this, but you know, it's always interesting to hear someone else say something that you think. Within evil is the formula for its own demise. Because if you're gonna be doing something like this, competent people are gonna say, "Hey, this is not how it works. This will not work. We've tried this and it doesn't work." I'm saying, if you have incompetent people, oh yeah, let's go for it, and then you're gonna go to shit. So inside these evil ideas, the dysfunction of it will always be its downfall. The thing that's even worse than evil is stupidity. You know what I mean? Because for one, like as a society, we're not as harsh on people that we consider to be stupid as we are on people that we consider to be evil. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be evil people. One evil person is just some maniac talking shit in the fucking street. But the people that follow this evil person, the idiocy, the lack of understanding, lack of processing ability to really see the deeper and the bigger picture of the repercussions of this person's action is what I think is so incredibly dysfunctional. And those are the people, y'all, are the ones that piss me off. Y'all are the ones that I do this show for. I want to get rid of the stupidity out of y'all. And if I have to shame it out of y'all, I'll do it. But if y'all are willing to listen and we can talk too.
Well, you have your agenda with shaming, and I've already told you psychologically that is the least efficient way of changing somebody's
And I was
mind.
thinking about that. These motherfuckers are trying to take away my value. They're trying to say, as a human being, me being black, I'm not worth as much as them. They're trying to take away transgender rights. They're trying to deport children that don't know anything but America.
I know.
They're destroying so many lives. They cut off USAID. supposedly like 600,000 people have died because Elon Musk wanted to fucking fuck around. I don't give a fuck who gets offended by what I say.
No, that's not my fucking point.
Okay.
My point is that you can be offended, you can yell all you want, but I'm saying that is not likely to get the change that you're after.
I'm not after change for them. That's the thing.
But again,
my goal is to talk to the people that have not decided. I'm not talking to the cultists. I'm not talking to the fanatics. Again, this is my humility, understanding my place, and knowing that I do not have the power to change the fanatic's mind.
That's you're wrong there.
I was talking. A friend of mine has fallen for the Nigerian prince scam.
Oh, which
It's good that he
Nigerian?
probably doesn't watch the show, but the Nigerian prince scam. He thinks he's gonna get a bunch of gold.
Oh, great.
The gold is supposed to arrive today, by the way.
How much money did he give him then?
I can't say it because if he should see this, and he said it to me in confidence, and it's an embarrassingly huge sum of money, like years of work worth of money.
That he's giving away?
He's been conned out of, basically. You know what I mean? And I was sitting down and I'm talking to him and I'm trying to look for a place where I can slide in and be like, bro, maybe you should think about this. Maybe you should think about that. But he's so deep into this con. He's so convinced that this is real that I sat with him for like an hour. And my goal was to try to talk to him about this, but I did not see any opening. I did not see a glimmer. I was looking in this man's eyes and I didn't see a second where I felt like there's a word or a phrase or, you know, a reminder I can give him that would change anything.
This is where we differ, guy, because I had the exact same thing happen and I didn't give a shit. I pulled up all the evidence for why this is a con and why the person I was talking to should not do what they were about to do, and I laid it out.
About to do, but I'm talking
I
about
stopped them. They were about to
but this is
pull
different.
the trigger.
You see, and that is the difference. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
What?
I'm talking about someone that's already deep in it.
They were already deep in it because they'd
Years in
already.
it.
This is the same thing. They were years in it, gave away a shit ton of money, and were about to give away more money.
Okay.
And I stopped them.
You didn't stop. Did they stop completely after that?
Yeah, because I forbade them and I removed.
Forbade them?
Yeah.
Ooh, was it your child or what? Your girlfriend? Who was it?
Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, of course it does. What the fuck?
No.
We gotta know.
I forbade them.
What was the power dynamic? It's important. Because I'm talking to someone who's supposed to be my equal. So I have no power over this person. He's not my partner. He's not my child.
Relations.
Your girlfriend? Was it a girlfriend?
No.
Wasn't a girlfriend? Brother? Cousin?
No. Doesn't matter. It's a family member.
Humor me.
No.
You don't have to say that name.
It doesn't fucking matter. I stopped them from doing what they were about to do because I care. And I pulled out all the fucking information. And even though I read it and I saw that they didn't want to believe me, I said, I don't give a fuck what you believe. This is truth. This is reality. And you're not doing what you fucking think you're going to do. It's not happening. Stopped.
And it worked.
It did.
You 100% sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's good. I think that's great. But for me personally, when I was talking to this person, I saw no way in. And this is how I feel about these maniacs. I mean, if after the last Trump ran for president, 2016 he won the first time, right? Mm-hmm. It's been literally a decade now of exposure. This man in the first administration, it was calculated that he lied over 30,000 times.
I know.
And regardless if you're going to say politicians lie.
It's not calculated, it's verified.
Verified, yeah, that's what I meant. Over 30,000 times. And I think they don't even bother to keep track this time because it's no point.
He lies as soon as he opens his mouth.
I don't think he knows what the truth is anymore.
He has dementia now, so it's
You know
even
what I'm
worse.
saying? So,
Even worse.
If like I keep saying, there's hundreds of pieces of information out there, bro.
Well, this is one of the reasons that they're now talking about the 25th Amendment because
they've been talking about that since his first fucking.
Yeah, but the difference is now that he is untethered.
Can you imagine the deep state cries that his fucking sycophants would scream if they try to remove him with the 25th Amendment?
He is the deep state.
I know that, but them, the idiots, this is deep state, they're trying to take away.
But again, my point to you is a lot of those people who used to think like that don't think like that anymore because of what he's doing.
His approval rating is still within the 30s.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there are some people that are going to be strict constitutionalists, whether they support him or not, they're going to still think it's unfair because they're going to go by the election. So it's going to be at least, I would say, if his approval rating is 32%, add another 10% to that. That's going to be
my
like,
point is, there's
reason.
more and more MAGA people who are ex-MAGA now because of all of the shit they're going through, that they're realizing that all the campaign promises were lies.
You think they go vote Republican in the next election?
I don't think so, but this is the thing. This is the thing, as we've been discussing before. In my opinion, they are part of the same problem. So it doesn't. This is again the reason why they started voting for Trump.
Who is part of the same problem?
Republicans and Democrats.
Okay. Can you imagine right now a Democratic president doing 90, 80, 70% of the things that Trump is doing?
Depends. I mean,
the Democratic Party on a whole, they would have fucking impeached their ass.
Say that again?
The Democratic Party, the senators, the Bernie Sanders, the fucking OAC, Jasmine Crockett, they would have been screaming on top of their lungs to impeach this person, Democrat or Republican. The problem with the Republicans is that they have no morals, they have no scruples, they have no ethics. If there was I don't know the future, but I don't know all these things, but the thing is this. There is a level of at least some integrity on the side of the Democrats. There's no way that especially the ones who are a bit further left in the Democratic Party would not be yelling for impeachment. They wouldn't be supporting a president behaving like this.
Well,
in the Democratic Party.
The problem
we can't give the both same.
To show you the problem with the Democrats is when they did have somebody who was actually for changing the establishment, and I'm talking about Bernie Sanders now. This is one of the things that has shown that the Democratic Party didn't want him, and they moved fucking heaven and earth to stop him, including voter. Not tampering, but
no, they gave Hillary Clinton all the answers to the debate in advance.
They did a lot of shit to
sabotage Bernie's career. Yes, we understand that, but that does not mean that they would. Hillary Clinton is not Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton, Chelsea Clinton would not be fucking flying to fucking China making deals right now.
I'm not going to argue with that Donald Trump is the worst, but my point is
But you can't go from literally the apex of fucking corruption and self-dealing and then say that the other party would be the same. That's what got us into the situation.
No, but again, my point...
They're not perfect, but they're not close to that.
Let me give you the point.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The only reason Trump is elected is because the people are tired of...
Racism.
No.
Don't forget you don't think racism played a part in Trump's election?
No, it definitely played a part. But my point was, again, people are fed up with the political system.
And they're racist.
You can't just scream racism without looking at the further fundamental part of the problem.
Okay, let's look at the further fundamental part of the problem. A man was president for 4 years. He led the economy into shit. He advised people to fucking shoot bleach into their fucking bodies. He every chance he got, he self-dealt. He tried to fucking, and what's the word I'm looking for? When you make someone do something under pressure. He tried to basically pressure Ukraine into finding fake evidence against his political enemies and withheld. What's that fucking word when it's like blackmail, but the other one. Anyhow, no. He showed himself to be a completely terrible president. Yeah. There was nothing that he did in his first term that was good. And they re-elected him. And he went out screaming the whole time, mass deportations, taking away people's rights, no fucking transgenders, men can't use women's bathrooms. That's what made him win. What was Donald Trump's economic policy before he became president? This time.
Yeah, he doesn't
Zero.
really have one.
He ran on fucking culture wars. He ran on, we gonna fucking make sure these black motherfuckers don't have no fucking space. Getting rid of DEI. Most people that fucking voted for Trump don't even know what DEI is. They didn't understand that most of the people that benefited most from DEI were white women. Mm-hmm. These people, they're not voting on fucking morals. They're voting on fucking racism. What it boils down to, whether they're conscious of it or not, it's racism. I am losing my place in the country. I'm losing my place in the world. We cannot let these black and brown motherfuckers have anything, because now if they're actually the same as me, I might actually have to work for something in this fucking world. That is the basis of it. If, for example, when Donald Trump was president the last time, there was a boom in something. If it was great, what's it called? Inflation was down and the stock market was gigantic and there was a housing boom and people were much more wealthy and the American dollar was on the top rise. Okay, maybe we can have a discussion. All those things wasn't fucking catastrophic.
Calm down. Take a fucking
sorry,
breath.
I get excited about this.
Catastrophically.
It was all fucked up. It was all fucked up back then.
Yes.
So I don't understand. The only thing that this motherfucker had.
Yeah, I know you don't understand, but my point still...
I don't accept. Sorry, I understand, but I do not accept that these people are voting on anything except for fucking fucked up ideas.
No, but you're
and
wrong
racism was one of the most
in that. You're right in that racism plays a large part, but you're wrong in not wanting to see or understand that people are fed up with the political system.
So you pick a worse system.
Yes, exactly. In their minds...
Shut the fuck up and don't vote then.
No,
stay out of it.
No. You just have to accept the fact that they looked at this person and they thought in their minds, this person is not part of the establishment.
He is worse than the establishment.
We know that, but why are you so unable to fucking have a civil, normal discussion, look outside your realm of just this thing?
If we're saying these things, if you're going to say he's outside of the system, I can agree with you. But where he is outside the system is worse.
I know, we're not discussing whether or not it's worse or
so then that doesn't make sense that we're say he's outside the system.
We're looking at why people voted for him.
Because they're stupid and racist.
Yeah, you want to go to that excuse every fucking time.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Well,
what strategy? What policy? What
again,
movement?
They thought... We know they're wrong and they're fucking stupid. But
based
look
on what? Based on
at
what?
this.
Based on what?
He was looking at lying to them about the swamp, and the swamp entailed on both sides the normal politicians that were running the country into the ground, according to them, where they were not looking out for the people's best.
So we're going to take a businessman that ran his business into the ground instead.
We know that, but again, you need to fucking chill the fuck out and need to look at the reality the way it is instead of injecting your ideas into it.
Racism.
Look
it's not my
at
ideas.
it. No,
it's the reality.
There are more people that aren't racist that voted for him. Right?
They don't think that they're racist, but they are.
Black people voted for him. Women voted for him.
You don't know about
fucking Mexicans voted for him.
Racism?
No, I know that.
So what are you talking about?
Because
every black person.
It wasn't just racism. It was anti-establishment, and that goes beyond. Racism is a part of it, but you say that this is the only thing. You're not looking at the other parts that were playing a role in it.
I need a T-shirt
that says
Trump supporter equals racist / idiot.
Yeah, but a lot of people are now abandoning Trump
because they realized they were idiots, right? The race is going to be there.
They realized that they were duped.
They were idiots.
They realized
you can't.
Again, you're not ever gonna bridge any divide if you keep talking to people like that.
Why you keep bringing this divide?
Because how the fuck are we gonna further ourselves as a society?
That's your job. My job is to bring up the fact that these people are idiots. You can come up with solutions.
Reality. How is reality in this world ever going to get better if we cannot talk to each other, if we cannot see the other side, if we can't bridge the fucking divide and move forward together?
That is the gap. That's what's wrong, is that these people are racist idiots. And if we don't face that, we're always going to be dealing with that, my bruh. Isn't that a possible reality too?
Is that
not a part of the reality?
It's also part of the reality.
So why can't we discuss that? If you could sit here and tell me, okay, this policy that Donald Trump came up with was why people changed their mind, then we can have a discussion. But there was no policy that was functional. Getting rid of the brown people from America. Mass deportations. Racist idea.
Yeah,
right?
Again, I'm not arguing the fact that racism is a large part of it, but I'm saying there are other factors playing part in it.
Stupidity.
You keep saying, God, I'm fucking about to punch you right in the face. All right, let's discard America for a second.
All right, cool. Sorry.
And let's move to Sweden then.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's move to England. Let's
England.
move to places these
Can I give you my basic stance on England right now?
Sure.
My basic stance on England is this. For hundreds of years, you motherfuckers went around the world raping, pillaging, plundering, colonizing. Mm-hmm. You named your country Great Britain on the backs of other motherfuckers. Yeah. Now when the world is feeling the repercussions of your raping, your pillaging, your plundering, and your colonization, and they come to where you've hoarded your riches, you have the fucking gall to complain about immigrants? The motherfuckers would be happy to be in their country if it wasn't for you.
I know.
If their art wasn't fucking hanging in museums, you think they want to be in your fucking country? If you hadn't stolen fucking people and brought them to your colonies and made people like my motherfucking family work in cane fields, you think they would be where they at? So when you talk about people from the Caribbean, people from the Caribbean, they come to England. Why? Because you raped the Caribbean of all the resources. You brought fucking Africans to the Caribbean. You used them. You fucking built a fucking empire on the backs of fucking sugarcane. And now you want to fucking complain?
Yeah, but that's all of Europe has the same thing.
There you go. So they should all shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree.
All these countries should shut the fuck up. You made this bed, you lay in it. If you'd have left the fucking Africans alone, you left the fucking Middle Easterns alone, let them fucking build their own economies, let them build their own countries by themselves. They wouldn't want to come to your motherfucking country. The reason why shit is so prosperous here is because you stole from them. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. That's my stance. Sorry, you were saying something.
No, that is the same thing for France. Germany, a little bit, not as much. Holland, also big colonizers. But that is another thing that I want to discuss. Why has colonization not stopped being a thing? Because right now the United States' entire game plan is that they should be allowed to colonize and they should be allowed to go and take other people.
Let's not say United States, the Trump administrations. Yeah,
it is the United States right now.
United States government.
No, because right before now. Trump, that wasn't...
Obama didn't try to take Greenland.
Obama bombed more people than George W. Bush did. He dropped more bombs. That is unequivocally true. You can look that up, put it in the graphic. So my point is the United States before Trump were still into other countries doing a bunch of shit. So America as a colonization state didn't start with Trump, is my point.
It'd be ridiculous to say that. I agree. So
yeah. Now what Trump is doing, though, is he is out in the open saying that this is what we should do. And he wants to split the world in two so that South America becomes his for the taking.
And North America. All of North America. They want Canada too and Mexico.
Yeah, but Canada... I don't know if you heard what they said. If you invade us, we're going to go mujahideen on you. We're going to inflict so much damage in your country that you will regret ever trying to set foot here.
I think that all makes sense. I think it's the same thing Mexico would do. Because you know how many Mexicans live in America?
Yeah. But now...
Oh, these people are so fucking short-sighted and so fucking stupid. That's what drives me crazy.
Well,
how do you, as a reasonable person, vote for someone who has no vision?
This is what I've been trying to talk to you about, but you refuse to fucking listen to because all you scream about is racism.
And idiots.
But you dumb motherfucker. The problem isn't racism. The problem is classism.
Come on, bro.
No, coupled with racism. Because regardless of where you go, you have an upper class ruling a lower class, where the lower class, regardless of what race it is facing the same issues all over the place.
All over the world.
So what we're talking about isn't always a racial issue. What I've been trying to tell you, it is more of a class issue.
I agree.
Where it's low versus tall.
I agree.
And that was what I was trying to explain to you.
And these idiots don't realize. You got all these motherfucking farmers, all these goddamn rednecks. The red states are the fucking poorest states in the country,
Yeah, but
and they
I'm talking-
consistently support the wrong candidate. They have Republican governors.
Not just
They have
talking about
Republican
America.
Congress people.
I'm talking about the world in general.
Well, you have all the look. There are very few influences from outside of America that have a direct impact on America. America and these larger countries, they have been sticking their fingers in the politics and the cultures of all these countries. So you can't necessarily say that these countries, when they have their, coups and they have their instability, it's not always because of internal issues. You have external pressures that's causing them to be like that too.
No, but the coups...
America, in particular, it has little, if any, external pressures. It's fucking eating itself from the inside. And that's the problem. This country has the ability, look, the idea of being a melting pot, we live in a melting pot world. There's what, 250 something countries? With all types of different people, all types of different ideas and all the rest of that. You cannot be an isolationist in 2026. It is literally idiotic to be that way.
Yeah.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you try to say, oh, my country is only for these people, blah, blah, blah. Even if you were to succeed, you would just be putting your country back on every fucking level. Culturally, economically, it's dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? So when you have people in America, which is, in my opinion, one of the best examples of the world, it is the country that has, I guarantee you, there's not a single person, not a single country in the world that's not represented in the American population. Not one. There's not one country I could bet. In Kurdistan, there's probably no Jamaicans, let's say, for example. Maybe one Jamaican dude. You know what I mean? In America, there's someone from, multiple people from every single country in the world. If you make that work, if you make that fucking experiment come together, it could be an example of how the world in general can work. It's the fucking, what's it called? Something, the great big hope on the village, on the hill, or whatever the fuck it's called. There's a chance for us to be fucking something based on that country, but these motherfuckers just keep fucking sticking their heads up their ass.
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Bridge the divide.
I agree with you.
Go forward.
Look,
as a fucking
I'm not
whole.
bridging no divide. I'm calling them out. You don't understand, bruh. Look, if we were talking about economic policy, I could sit here and break down, okay, this is based on this economic policy, based on that, based on the laws of this type of economic flow, this is the way things should be. We can have a discussion about that. Motherfuckers is trying to tell me that I'm not worth the same as them because my skin has so much melanin. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna have this. This guy tried to tell me the other day, oh, because I commented on these fucking Swedish charlatans getting banned from a fucking Folkets Hus. It's like, oh, I thought you were for free speech. I'm like, yes, I'm for free speech when it's not dividing people, when it's not something that's been discussed already in society and proven to fail.
Point to you,
what?
That you're also.
I'm not dividing people. I don't care about the other side.
Jesus Christ.
I know there's another side. Fuck them.
But that is the
That's not division, that's separation.
But that is the same type of mentality that the unfortunately racist people
when my daughter was younger,
saying.
When my daughter was younger,
yeah.
Sometimes I would ask her what she wanted for dinner, but most of the times I would make something for her for dinner and tell her, hey, this is what you have for dinner. Because I know if I ask her every day, she would fucking want pancakes and fucking strawberries every day for fucking, and she want the same thing. As a parent, as someone that's older, someone that's much more mature, someone that has more information, it is your duty to say, hey child, this is what you need to eat today. And I'm taking a parent role in this. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking discuss whether black people have the same intellectual capability as white people. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and discuss, oh, is Islam intrinsically evil? Fuck
no, but
you.
These things have to be discussed.
If you are an adult, if you are over 20 fucking years old and you don't know that black people and white people are the same, I can't fix you.
Yeah, but you can. It's the same
I
thing.
can fix them?
Yes, you fucking can.
But hopefully they can learn by watching me, be like, oh, that motherfucker really knows how to construct his ideas.
You don't.
I don't know how to construct my ideas?
No, because you keep yelling in the same fashion.
Stop it, bro.
No, you keep yelling in the same fashion.
In the same fashion means I know how to construct my idea because I'm consistent. I'm consistent with the fact that I don't care.
That you don't understand how you come across when you speak like this. I know, and that's the fucking problem. So, for example, when it comes to the anti-Islam, the Islamophobia that's out right now, for example, same thing. I'm dealing with this, and I've had these discussions because my dad grew up in Islam. He hates Islam. According to him, there's nothing good with any Islam.
If you're going to say nothing good with no religion, I'm all for it.
No, but he's not. He's talking about Islam specifically. So I looked up.
Phobia.
But But this is, again, these are things that you don't even want to understand where he's coming from.
I can understand where he's coming from, but unless he's going to apply it to all religions, because all the religions teach the same fucking bullshit, then it becomes a phobia. What's a phobia? An unreasonable fear of.
Yeah, but it's not unreasonable for him, because in his experience, he has met a lot of extremist Islamists.
But it's not because they're Islamists.
I know that, but that's the part that makes it unreasonable. Had to talk to him and show him
you're a good man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to impart to you, that I have managed to show him that the way he talks about things, I didn't say I changed him, but I said I've been managing to show him, because we had this discussion, and my kid sister was there as well, and he was talking about Islam, and I was like, well, there's less violence in the Quran than in the Bible, and he's like, bullshit. And I'm like,
whip it out.
I looked it up, and there is less.
God got so mad at everybody. He told Noah, gather your family.
Yeah, but that is
gather 7.
Yeah, but again, in his defense, that is from the Old Testament, and the New Testament, where Jesus comes in, is what is separating Christianity from the Abrahamic religions as a whole.
When you get the Bible, what is the Bible? Old and New Testament, right?
Unfortunately,
there you go.
I don't know why they included the Old Testament.
Because it's part of the Bible.
No, Jesus.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you even read the fucking Bible?
I have read the Bible.
Is explicitly against the Old Testament.
Against? I don't know about against.
Jesus said... Yeah. Okay. The entire purpose of Jesus' words were that...
He never said that I hate the Old Testament.
That's his entire fucking shtick. His entire shtick is the Old Testament is wrong, and it has caused nothing but problems, and you need to follow me because I am the new way.
This shit is so stupid. I cannot believe that people still honestly think that this fucking bullshit story from 2,000 years ago,
not 2,000 years ago. The Christianic version of Jesus is a regurgitation of the same story being told over and over and over and over again for a minimum of 6,000 to 8,000 years.
But let's stop it at the birth of Christ, which is counted 2,000 years from where we're standing according to our culture. Mm-hmm. I cannot believe that a grown adult in 2026, according to that calendar, can possibly believe that this is real.
That what's real? That there was
that this story is real. That especially when you try to reference it to the tools that we have now, when you try to explain how, according to the Bible, the Earth is only 6,000 years old. When we have freaking woolly mammoths are older than that. We have woolly mammoths.
Things are older than that.
No, but I'm talking about something that went extinct.
Yeah, but you're gonna love this then, because there's we have to look this up. But there's a creationist scientist.
Those words don't go together. But keep on.
Yeah, but he was looking at, I believe, granite and how granite formed, and there's some rings in granite that the only way for them to form is from an extreme shift in temperature, where something has gone from lava to cooling down super fast.
Granite, okay.
I believe granite, you have to look it up. Yeah. But he is using that as a reason to claim that God is real, because this is, according to him, showing that there was an instantaneous change that can't be...
Heresy. That's what that is.
Well, it can't be attributed to anything else other than God's hand in it. But this is the same thing that you refuse to understand, that scientists and religion are not opposed to each other.
What?
They're not. A lot of scientists are religious.
What?
The person who came up...
Stop.
What?
You can't put those two things together.
Yeah, you can.
You can't say because some scientists are religious, that means that science and religion are not at odds with each other. I just listed to you, in particular, one very specific thing because you know why they come up with this 6,000 year thing?
They put together all the ages supposedly in the Bible.
The genealogy, and they go down.
Yeah,
the
but
line.
that makes no sense because there's people in the Bible that are thousands of years old.
No, but they did. No, according to, they followed all those thousands of years. They did all those things. All the nonsense that's there. They put all that together, they came up with 6,000 years. If radiocarbon dating says no, if we have fossils, if we look at the way rocks are formed, if we look at the movement of the earth.
Radiocarbon dating is they can't be trusted anymore because some things have been dated and come from the future because certain ways. Yeah.
Wait, stop. They have dated things and it's listed that it comes from the future?
That's because carbon dating isn't trustworthy because of the way. Yeah, you can look it up too. Put it in the fucking graphic.
No, it's not. Nothing in science is 100%.
This is one of the reasons they don't use carbon dating as a trustworthy.
Let's stick with this future thing.
Okay.
So, because you know how carbon dating works. Mm-hmm. It looks at the decay of
the half-life. I know that.
So how could it possibly say that something is from, like when you say the future, you mean earlier than expected, or do you mean like before, like after now?
After now.
What?
There again are discrepancies with how carbon dating works, which has been shown that we can't.
I think this is going to be a big red graphic right now.
No, it has to do with radioactivity. Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is the decay is listed in a way where it's further along than it should be, because that's the only thing that makes sense.
It's shown that we can't trust it to be scientifically accurate to the point where it can be used as a reference to how old things truly are, which is why they stopped using it as a true reference.
They've stopped using carbon dating?
As a true scientific basis for how old certain things are, yeah.
Oh, no, that's news to me.
It's not.
Good thing we have graphics.
It's not trustworthy according to the scientific. Are
you talking about something that like one dude said, or is this like some new consensus?
Look it up.
All right, well, we'll check that out. But either way, I think this has been a good conversation. We're getting close to the hour already. We should start winding down. It's like 9 minutes to go. But I think it's important, bro. I think, like, I'm never gonna lose this. Like, for me, I think the most functional way for me to work with all these, with this reality that we live in, is that people are racist and idiots. Because to me, I believe in humanity. Mm-hmm. I believe in human beings. I believe that we can be the beings that we were, in a way, put here to be.
Well, the way you talk makes it hard for a regular person, myself included, to think that is the way that you actually think.
But if you find yourself on the wrong side of me, if you find yourself on the wrong side of the evidence around you, then I have to put you outside of that. You're no longer, like, one of the things that bothers me like hell about religion is the fact that I feel like it takes away your humanity. As a human being, our purpose, we're not the fastest, we're not the strongest. We are, as far as we understand it, and definitely on this planet, we are the most intelligent. Your humanity includes using that intellect that you have, that has evolved in you.
Why are you saying that we are the most intelligent?
Because we are.
How so? Based on what?
We can build rocket ships, we can build computers.
What are you measuring intelligence?
Intelligence, the ability to gather information around you and make that in a functional way that's beyond anything that could be created without that information.
But we don't understand the intelligence of other life forms to a point where we can.
I don't see no dolphins making no computers.
They don't need them.
I don't see them building underwater structures. I don't see the motherfuckers are still raping each other on a regular basis.
We do too.
But at least we put people in jail for that. They just go back to swimming.
In Sweden, they let rapists out.
But you understand what I'm saying? It's still considered something that you don't do in society.
I'm saying that you are being a speciesist.
Okay. So who's better than us?
I'm not saying anything that better. I'm
then
saying that
you just arguing against it for no reason.
I don't think that we are the most intelligent thing on this planet.
We are by far the most intelligent things on this planet. Why would you say that? What's a whale's philosophy? What's their morals in life?
Be happy and swim free.
That is better, to be honest. But still, as far as we are the most scientifically functional beings on this planet. Is that enough for you? Is that can we do that? Use it, because I'm almost sure dolphins might be able to use physics,
my point to you
but
is
don't understand physics.
Ants and termites, they do understand physics. Termites
E equals MC squared? You think they got an equation for that?
My point is, plants use quantum mechanics.
Using something, I mean, I breathe without thinking about it.
Yeah, but they don't. They must have figured out quantum mechanics. To be able,
no, they're just reacting. What are you talking about?
that's what you think. I
Based on what?
believe, because I didn't know that quantum mechanics is something that they use in photosynthesis to use the power of light to
That's not by
change
choice.
that. I think that we don't understand plants to a point where how they managed to evolve to that point.
They
And
evolved,
we don't give plants or other life forms credit for intelligence because you just put on them that they don't have that possibility.
I didn't say they don't have it. I just say they're not where we at.
We do not know, is my point.
I'm going to put it in a way that you can't argue against me.
Try.
I cannot imagine a world, or based on what the information around me, I cannot imagine that plants and other animals actually have symbolic representations, what I'm talking about, mathematics now, for the worldly experience that they have. For example, I do not think there is a gathering of dolphins where they're discussing the momentum necessary for them to jump out of the water and do a flip. I think that they grow in the water and they learn certain things and they're able to do these things, but I don't think that they have a symbolic or some kind of equational understanding of what allows them to do that. And this is what I mean by intelligence. This is the next step. It's not just being able to do stuff. It's not just I'm a plant, I have chlorophyll, and there are, they say, what was the word you used before? Nanotechnology, or what was this?
Quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanical reasons why this works. That doesn't have anything to do with the actual plant being the organism itself. It's just physics. It's not like they're choosing, like, oh no, I think I'll adjust my chlorophyll level by this much.
That came about in the oceans before we existed.
What did?
Photosynthesis is not done by plants on land. It came through the biology of entities that existed here for billions of years that we do not understand.
But they don't have no equations
function.
for it. They don't understand it either.
We
they just live
do
it.
not know how they experience life.
we could see it. I haven't seen no plant chalkboards with E equals MC squared.
But you give mathematical credibility. We don't know how to function on this planet without destroying it, regardless of our technological
that doesn't
advancement.
mean we're not intelligent.
Mathematical. No, but if we're talking about intelligence and how species have managed to stay on this planet in symbiosis with it, instead of destroying it, and we are one of the largest scourges on this planet, regardless of our technological advancements. We still don't know or understand how to live in harmony with other fucking beings, and you still claim that we are the most intelligent based on...
Which we talking about?
Right now,
this Western
humans.
we.
No.
Because there's lots of people living in the Amazon jungle, for example, that's living in complete symbiosis with the world, with the environment.
Those are less than a percentage.
But still, they are. We do know how to do that. We've left that.
We
knowledge
knew
behind.
how to live like
that.
that.
Yeah, human beings. No, I'm talking about us as a species.
But through technological advancements and other things, we have moved away from that to a point we are not in harmony with the world anymore.
Yeah,
we still think
people
somehow that we are more intelligent.
We are.
That's
just
a
because
personal
you're making
belief
mistakes
that you have.
Look,
that you can't quantify.
I think
or
that
prove.
Back to my original statement, the racists or the idiots. I'm sure there are intelligent people who vote for Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. People who can do physics, people who can, who have read many, many more books than I have, seen many more documentaries, who are much more knowledgeable than I am. But there's still either that racism caps that understanding and those capabilities, or they are idiots when it comes to like understanding people in general. Because the psychology of a person, like if a person never been president before, you have to use other parts of their life as examples. You have to say, okay, this person has been a businessman. Has he been a good businessman? No. That should be a X. No. Is he a good human being? Many examples. No. You know what I mean? If this same person that chose to vote for them was going to buy a car, for example, they would go through this list. Gas mileage, high, okay, that's good. Maintenance, how much does it cost for me to maintain this car? Oh, that's very low. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but
then they
most people
choose
don't
that
think
car.
about buying cars like that.
What?
No, they have
they do.
influence of what they think looks good, or
But
what the
then at
need
some
of,
point, you're not,
of
I'm
the
talking about
capability of it packing so many people or doing this or that.
whatever your
or-
requirements are, you put those requirements in, and you go down some kind of mental checklist. You say, even if it's just I want the hottest looking car, you think, okay, I think this car looks hot, and you choose that car. But there are requirements. There's a you have to quantify your choices. You know what I mean? No one, again, except for a racist or an idiot, to me can quantify their choice of this person. Because an intelligent person wouldn't just, I want a really fast car, and they walk into a fucking lot and just take the fucking first car that they see. They would have this mental checklist, 0 to 60 time, fast. Top speed, fast.
That's again an
I want that car.
assumption that you make based on how you think.
No,
that
based
you
on
believe.
how logic works, how
But our
intelligence
logic
works.
doesn't apply to everybody, and people make decisions
Okay.
based on their emotions.
Let me
more
ask you a
so
question.
than rational, logical decisions.
If your friend comes to you and says, yo, bro, I'm looking to buy me the hottest, fastest car I can find, and they walk into
I've been told that the way that I think about things, my logical, rational way of thinking about things, is not how other people function.
I'm aware of that. But as human beings, we have to be able to see that logic. Again, I'm using this example. Your friend comes to you and says, hey, I want to get the hottest car, the fastest, hottest shit I can find in the world. They go to a fucking Chevy dealer and they buy a fucking Chevy Leaf.
I don't know what that is.
A Chevy Leaf is like one of the first electric cars that Chevrolet made. Shit mileage and not very fast. It doesn't match what this person's looking for.
Yeah, so like everybody that bought the Cybertruck, you mean?
Well, that's a different story. I mean,
Why?
there was a lot of
So,
hype, there was a lot of things,
it's
and
the
it
worst
looked different.
car in the world.
It is now.
People
yeah.
still buy that shit.
You said, why is that?
Because their emotional attachment to what they thought was cool and
You know
the
what I'm saying?
hype that was built.
You know what I'm saying?
And
or
something that
they like to suck off Elon Musk.
Could be. They did use rational thought and logic to buy the thing, is my fucking point.
Therefore, I called them stupid. And on that note, we are exactly 1 minute and 2 seconds. Again, thank y'all for paying attention. I hope y'all like the new graphic styles. I know we didn't get to a lot of like specific, how do you say, like
Talking points.
yes or no's, true or not true. Like it wasn't really factual today. It's mostly emotional. And I think next week we're gonna get a little bit more factual, because next week we're gonna have a special guest and we're gonna be talking more, we're gonna focus more on Swedish politics, because the Swedish election's coming up. And I swear, if the fucking right wing gets any more power, if they become the leading party in Sweden,
They are.
I am going to lose even more faith in humanity. Because to me, Sweden is my adopted country. When I first came to the airport in Sweden, I was met by this motto: no one of us is better than all of us. And I felt like I had come to the right place. And in the last 25 plus years that I've been here, I've seen so many of what I consider to be core Swedish ideas and values kind of drift away.
Well, as I already told you, welcome back to the 90s. This is not the first time this has happened, and this is a wind blowing throughout Europe again. This will subside, but it's going to happen.
Exactly. So stay tuned for next week's episode, where we focus on the political situation in Sweden in 2026. Thai Style, 5T podcast, that's my old podcast. Thai Style for Dunkin on Donnie.
7-0, we out.
Peace. All right. That was a good one.